Alright, here we are with game two. We're going first. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Let me mute my sound. This looks good. We'll keep it. So we start with a turn 1 post, turn 2 forest battlement, and then arrows. We just have to hope he's not playing storm. Because the turn 3 arrows against pretty much aggro decks is going to be good. It's going to be a pretty big stumbling block for them. Control, if he's on control like Cloud Post, we have the herd, which should be there early enough. Uh, he's tanking. Right. Alright, so he's probably... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Um, the name of the deck. Basically, the whole goal is to do what he just did. Dark Ritual or something early, and then you play all of these, uh, these with the Wall of Roots to cycle. Um, oh, that's not good. Game two. I mean, these are gonna be a problem when we don't have. But I next turn Roots. We'll probably cycle the thicket, see what we get. Um, Sandstormers might be good to bring in against him. I don't know. I'm not entirely familiar with the deck offhand. I don't know how many and that's how good a Sandstorm would be. But for now, I think our play is are definitely playing the Wall of Roots, and then it's between. Uh, I guess we should play this, and then next turn we'll have five, and we could play two of the Sentinels, and then we could block the Lacerator and whatever else he has. Because I don't know, we don't really need an extra card right now necessarily. Not that an extra card's ever been for him to get through. All right, so this is gonna be tough. Oh, okay. So we should probably play the arrows here. Um, let's see. We have one, two, three, four, five. Yeah. So I think we just play the arrows. We'll take out the Slayer. Uh, we're also probably gonna want the moments pieces. Um, he's not going to be flying. But the spiders are going to be better because they're resilient and all those things. So, yeah, block this, kill the goal. So next turn he hits us for 4. Um, so I guess we'll just play 2 of these guys. Or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the Sentinels. Yeah, so I'm not entirely familiar with this deck. So that's going to make sideboarding a little harder. Um, Still, I think things like the Moments pieces are going to be good against him, just to buy us some time. Because it's pretty all-in, where not having removal, so like being in green, uh, kind of hurts. It's also another match where a 4th arrow would have been pretty useful. But then again, I still think against the Delvers and the Fairy decks, and the other any type of blue post deck arrows. So I don't know. So we go to 3. Does he have it? It's not ideal, but it'll do. We'll play the post. One to get something better. We can attack with both of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll play the herd. Um, or should we leave a guy up? Let's see. This will put him at 10. The next turn we swing for, yeah, 2's not going to matter. Just in case he has like a snuff out or some type of or something. This unblock. Customization of this deck, which is kind of cool, is with the Fangren Marauders, and then you would obviously be running 4 arrows with that. Pretty cool against the aggro decks because you have life. So I don't know if I can block any of this. That's game. Oh, all right. So I don't know how good they're gonna be. Um, they're gonna be good against highborn ghouls. Probably not much good against anything else because I think the idea is you're using kind of like the uh, aggressively costed black creatures. So I think it's going to be rare that we find stuff that's going to be uh, like X1 with one toughness stuff. On the other hand, the moment's pieces are going to be good. Let's see. Um, I guess Sprout Storm it can go out in this. Yeah, because Sprout Storm's going to be really good once you stabilize, and I think against this deck, once you if I want to grab the bigger post, sort of negates a lot of bottom row. Crushers and stuff, they're going to be at win condition, so we can't get rid of those. Even though they're high end, they're going to be pretty dead. So I think what's good in Moment's Pieces, maybe we could take out White Widows for 2 Sandstorms, maybe. Because they're not going to be doing as much flying as. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the only flyer that they had. Mainly as highborn ghouls. And fume spitters and stuff. I mean, that's not a big deal when you sandstorm a fume spitter, but uh, that's unkeepable. Oh, we also have quicksands. Quicksands are also. I mean, we can't keep this either, but are another card to keep in mind for revisiting the main deck after this. Because right now this deck has one. All right, this isn't good, but from what I do, pretty inconsistent. I mean, I hope he did, and it seems like you. So we'll grab the vine trellis. Next turn, I think we're going to use the map to get a quicksand, and then we can use that on the Slayer. Um, pointing out that this is another sandstorm target. So get ready. All right. If we go below 10, okay, see how we're. Oh, so this is. It's kind of rough because this is for this deck. Uh, experience with I I might have even run this deck like a couple times. Its problem is that it's really all in, and that removal are behind, and there's nothing you can do. So green, uh, and we just kind of sit here and watch ourselves. We win this game by, I think, top decking a Crusher. Um, aside from that, he's also stuck on. Okay, so we might be able to. Look, so we have one, two. We have eight, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So another land lets us get 4 of these guys out. I guess. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Board, and I think then we're actually winning the race. So maybe we can pull this off after all. Granted, that's assuming he's still stuck on land. And he's also taken 1 a turn from this. Um, and then once we go below 10, good, but he's also going to bump in the night, and that's pretty brutal if he has that, which is not a deck that's holding on to it. Uh, yeah, we should attack with everything. Just um, oh, let's see. This is actually. Yeah, I guess we just kill this because um, we're almost below. We're almost below 10 anyway. Um, but even. All right, so let me think. He goes to 12. Yeah, I guess we just kill this. Because especially if he wants to block or something, he's gonna have to keep paying for this. Whereas it becomes free pretty soon. Also apologize for the coughing and the sniffling and this video. I'm trying to stay as healthy as possible for the video, but sometimes it. All right, so I don't feel as bad about him only having one land because we mulled the 5. That's that's okay. We might actually pull this off. I don't. He hits us. He depends what he plays now. Hit him for 8. This thing can't block. This thing can't block unless he pays him. I will just hold this. There's no reason not to. Maybe I don't know. It really doesn't matter, but who knows? Hidden information is better than just showing what we have, which is a. Um, it's gonna be tough for him to do. Like dark something. Maybe not. Or if he had his other land, he can't snuff out anymore. Somehow that worked out for us. I'm not entirely sure how, but well, how is because he ran out of lands. Let's think. So the thing that we could potentially bring in are the sandstorms. They're still not going to be too great. Um, but I guess they're still going to be better than the Blight Widows because the Blight Widow. Well, we still have spiders to stop that 3/2 flying guy. And the 3/2 flying guy is also going to have to be the last guy that he plays because it sacrifices himself whenever he does something. So it would make no sense to like play that first. So we have a little time for the spiders, and we don't need the answers immediately. Um, we have enough generic blockers, I think. We're not going to do that. Alright, so this is kind of a slow start, but I think it's okay. Um, it's going to depend a lot on what kind of guys he starts dropping early on. If we pick up like 2 guys with Sandstorm, then we're going to be really far ahead. But I think we're going to keep this because we have the life gain and it buys us a lot of time. And if we get a little bit of ramp, this becomes really good, as we've seen. And the Moment's Peace is going to buy us a lot of time, too. And that's the worst, pretty much the worst possible card we could have found. Wall of Roots, best thing. Because then we could play that, block that. But also Moment's Peace. Um, Next turn we play the Sentinel if we absolutely. Or we could Moment's Peace this turn and then play the Spider. And that lets it longer. Especially, let's see, a Cloud Post would put us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put us at 7. Let's get 3. Um, he has one card left. I think I like that better. Um, Especially if he does have a Snuff out or something. Playing taking 2 life a turn now. Well, if he wants to keep attacking. Alright, so here, I think we just play the Spider. Yeah, we're gaining 2 life. So if we can, even if we get maybe 2 of these guys out, uh, pretty good shape here. He's going to swing. We'll go down to 13. And he's going to lose a guy. And then we'll block the Carnophage. And then we'll play that. And then we can start blocking the Lacerator with the Vines. Maybe like, well, that's. Because if we go down the, well, if we go down the 14, this is going to keep hitting him for 1 each turn. Um, so I think that's the best. Alright, so now this is where it gets tough. We can Moment's Peace, in which case he's taking... Well, he's taking 4 right now. Um, we need another land drop. If we play these two guys, he's going to take 2 and then attack with 2 guys. Okay, we'll just yeah, and if we leave it open, he might just... Oh, okay. Okay, so he's still taking... We'll go to 9. And then I think once we had hit this thing with 5 mana, or even we start putting the... It's going to be pretty tough for him uh, to stop all the damage that we're doing, especially... Okay. Oh, so now I guess we'll just play this. I imagine pretty soon he's just um killing himself off with these, but that's not um so the options here are we can just I think that's probably best. Um we can we'll play this, grab another one, and then we can hit him for I don't know. Maybe, it's just when it's a question of when you want to start going aggressive. And right now, I think maybe we're better off just waiting and buying some more time, especially since we have the arrows and we get away with it, and then we can just start dropping birds. Um, okay, well, it's a really strange deck. It's like the battle of the rogue decks. Two of these, or well, one of them. And then next turn we can attack with. Let's see, because we still need to keep 4 guys up the block. Um, just because. Well, do we need to keep 4 guys up the block? Uh, So the only, yeah, I guess we could start attacking here because he's not gonna. Next turn at best, then he could hit us for 2, maybe 4. Okay, well, that's fine. Graveyard. That's not. Well, that doesn't matter too much. Well, that doesn't do much because we're. So we could just attack with Moment's Peace behind us to to survive the counterattack, or we could play the arrows. Um, that leaves us pretty vulnerable. I think we just attack here, because we'll be able to trade with the spider. Um, or we can just attack with these two guys. All right, swing with these two guys. We'll leave the spider up. Convoluted boards are not. It's like Avison. Yeah, so he'll. Arrows. Still a bullshit. Is there even? I don't know. He's. Yeah, well, Arrow's the pulse tracker, and he won't be able to push through for any damage. And then at this point, we could just kind of sit back and not untap because he's getting low. We could also attack with the spider, and then he won't have enough power to kill. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's the best option. We attack with the spider, um, and we'll just arrows. And we still have Moment's Peace behind us. He has to pay here. 2 block. So that match worked out well. Yeah, so this deck has a pretty big problem dealing with all the unblockable guys. We also got lucky in that we were able to 2-for-1 them early with the Sandstorm. Um, I don't know. It's an interesting deck. It's kind of fun. It's kind of gimmicky, um, but it's one of those decks. His the mono black aggro where it's like super hyper aggressive and awesome when it works, and then just falls flat on its face when it doesn't. I don't know, but it's cool and refreshing to play other stuff. So we're on our way toward the 3-1 record. So I'll pause this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in round 3.